This is my family, the Horvath family.
And this is my mum Ursula, and we are the Novak family.
This is my brother, and this is my mum, and my dad's at work, and that's my family.
If you thought you'd heard it all on Brexit, come into these homes. Meet these young people.
What are you going to be, Kitty?
I'm going to be a Broadway star.
Born in Eastern Europe, raised in Scotland.
Half of me is Polish and half of it's not, I guess.
A voice, they say, almost entirely missing from the Brexit debate.
I don't think it's been heard at all, at least not by the politicians.
It's tea time in Airdrie for Kitty's family. She's one of more than 600,000 children living in the UK who were born elsewhere in the EU.
How would you describe your nationality?
It's really hard because I'm always like, I'm Hungarian, I was born there and I'll always be Hungarian. But at the same time, I feel pretty Scottish sometimes.
In the East End of Glasgow, student Marta and her mum.
Do you ever feel sort of torn between the two different parts of your identity?
Yeah, when I go to Poland, I feel sort of like an outcast because like my accent's a bit different when I speak Polish as well.
And in Dalgety Bay in Fife, 13-year-old Olivia.
Like people that don't necessarily know me that much, when they find out that I'm not from here, they're kind of surprised. It kind of feels nice that I know that someone would think I'm from here.
Brexit will not be the biggest event in these young lives.
So, when you came to Scotland, how much English could you speak?
Like 2 words.
They've been turned upside down once already.
How important was it to you at the start to feel like that you fitted in?
Quite a lot, like it was quite important to me. In this world you get judged for everything, so...
When she came to Scotland, Kitty was 9. Her father found work as a plumber. Her mother sorts recycled clothes.
1 or 2 times when I'm on the train talking to my mum in Hungarian, like I was on the phone and this woman just started shouting at me saying, "You're in an English-speaking country, why don't you just learn the language?" I just felt really angry, like why would you say stuff like that? You don't know me. And I can speak English, I speak English perfectly fine, but just because I'm on the phone to my mother, who speaks Hungarian and she speaks English as well, and I'm talking in my mother tongue, which I don't want to lose because that is part of who I am. Like, what gives you the right?
A recent University of Strathclyde study of over 1,000 Eastern European children living in Britain found more than 3/4 had experienced some kind of racist abuse.
I did get a few comments like at the start. People would call me like a Polish cow and stuff like that, but it doesn't really, you know.
They call you a Polish cow?
Yeah.
And how old were you then?
Like 11 or 12.
For these young people, does Brexit feel personal?
Well, I feel like I'm part of the club right now, but I feel like the members of that club are trying to get rid of me. That's what I'm feeling right now. So I feel like, I mean, I love the club. I love the club so much, but I feel like the members of the club are trying to get rid of me.
How does it affect how Hungarian you feel?
I just feel like I have to become more Scottish now to fit in with British society and just try to fit in here to make sure I can stay here.
What does that mean, trying to be more Scottish?
Just to act like more like them and act less like Hungarians so they'll accept me more.
After Brexit, each of these families will be asked to register for what the government calls settled status.
Do you know what the process is after Brexit for what you need to do in terms of the legal stuff?
No, not at all. Does anyone know?
They may find settled status confusing, but all these families say they would apply. The government has been warned it risks a second Windrush generation among thousands who may not.
To what extent are they themselves, these families, even aware of how potentially precarious their situation is?
I don't know if the vast majority of them are aware. I mean, in our study, we investigated these issues with over 1,000 young people. And the sense that we got is that people are worried, and young people are worried about what's going to happen to them. The vast majority of them are not aware of how their status is going to change after Brexit.
Marta, whose mum also works in a clothes sorting factory, would sooner become a British citizen. Cost for each person, over £1,000.
As soon as the Brexit vote happened, we looked into it and stuff. It's so expensive, and we just wouldn't. It's not something we would be able to afford right now.
Does that make you sad that money is a barrier?
I never thought it'd be that expensive actually, just to become a citizen.
For Marta, Kitty and Olivia, Brexit is coming fast. And the world they thought they knew is changing all over again.
Where you're from and like stuff like that doesn't define you as a person.
I think this is my place.
I want someone to tell me that I am safe in this country or I'm not going to get kicked out. I just want certainty.